To show you how to edit your images in Canva. So canva.com is a free tool you can use. I am signed into my account, so it saves the images I upload, but you don't need the paid version. So I'm going to show you the Instagram setup and the Facebook setup. So for Instagram, we use the dimensions 1080 by 1920. And when you create a new one here, you can at the top here select custom dimensions and create the design. So it will look like this. It's white. This is not included. So what I do is I have this black bar, which I put here, but I'm going to show you. So the elements, shapes, and then select the box. I have to scroll down a bit, or you can just type in here square. Then I'll probably enter. Here it is. So this one, black box, push it down. So here we have a circle to make the round. So what will happen is the box is usually like this. And then the circle covers the lower part. The swipe up hand you put in the corner, just white swipe up PNG on Google. And then this is the copy. And the copy you just put by text. This is aileron heavy 32. And then you just type swipe up and win. So this is always the same. And this is the specific offer. So this is swipe up and win a day in your dream car. So that's how you set it up. Then all you have to do is go to uploads, where you upload your images from Google or wherever you got them from. You click the image and you see this one is not big enough. So it might not become nice, but this one looks really good. It's not ugly. So in this sense, we make everything white. There's no need to make this part red. We make everything white because it looks better. And that's how it's done. If you have an image which is too small and it becomes blurry, so let's say, well, this one actually looks quite good. Well, let's say we make it bigger and bigger and it doesn't look good anymore, then you just cannot use it. But as these ones are already having the dimensions required almost, you just have to make them a little bit bigger. You can see they look quite nice. But this one, for instance, you would want to be at the top. So you just have to play around with it a little bit, move this down, and then it's like in the text, so that's not possible. Can we move it up? So always we would like to be the swipe up and win to be here. But in this scenario, you could put it at the top, for instance, to have a better layout of the ad. So remember the box, the circle, the PNG, and the text. That's it. So the layout is always the same. So the basic, what you do then is you just remove this, swipe up and win, then you put the offer behind it, an H&M voucher, a trip to Bali, a day in your dream car, a PlayStation 4, and then you put the swipe up hand, everything ready, and then you just put the images there, which you're going to use. So if we're going to make a trip to Paris, we can just put this one I got from Google, bang. Swipe up and win a trip to Paris. Ooh. Trip to Paris. There we go. You might want to make Paris a little bit bolder, but that's how the Instagram one works. Then you press download and you can make the next one. Easy. For Facebook, we're going to use different dimensions. We're going to use 1600 by 1600. No, actually we're going to use 1800 by 1800 to get the, this is a rectangle, so this is not the right one. We need the square one. We need this one. So as you can see, I already have them available, but you can also make them from scratch. So we want actually the square one. So this is one I use for like a ClickBank example. That's why it says, watch me build ClickBank. So this is the one with the border, but let's remove the border from now. Let's just grab an image. Because with Facebook, you'll notice that oftentimes the image, they don't fit. So let's go for, you see me a couple of times here for the thumbnails I make for YouTube. Let's go with this Kali Cosmetics. You can see the image is quite small. If you have to make it big, it doesn't really look that good anymore. Is there a different one we can use? See, this one is a bit bigger. So this one would be good. All right. So this one already has on it, it's my birthday. So you can use like an anniversary angle. It has a watermark, but it's not that clearly visible. So this is an option, yeah. To show you the pattern interrupt, I'm going to use a grocery store offer just because it works a little bit easier. Or this is Popeyes. Let's use this one. Popeyes fast food chain in the US. Right, it's not super crisp, so we're not going to use this one. What's this? This is a Walmart image. woman with a grocery cart. All right, so let's use this one. It's also not super HD, but it's okay. So what we're going to do is you have 3 forms of interrupts where we spoke about before. First, we're going to implement the circle. This is the circle. You always make it bright red. Then it depends, where do we put the circle? The thing is, it doesn't matter. You want the circle to stand out. So what you do is you don't put it where other bright colors are. In this sense, you would put it at a color where the circle really stands out. You might even want to make it a little bit bigger. And I would say here, we put it on the dude, then it has a very big space of white background, and he's in the side of the image. So people will stop scrolling just to see, hey, what's going on? Right, that's one option. The other option is to put a border, which is my personal favorite. It just grabs attention overall. I would not go with red, because that's like a warning color, but you could try. You can use any of these colors. My favorite one, pink. Then the last one is the arrow. So I'm going to upload it, because I just downloaded it actually. Here is it, red arrow. PNG. So with the red arrow, you basically point the arrow towards something. In this sense, we're going to point it toward this tablet. Or again, we can point it towards this guy. You can see it already has a busy background and the arrow doesn't stand out that much. If we put it like this, it is possible because it's straight in the image, but we always want to come from an angle like this. Doesn't drag that much attention. Let's see. If we remove these people with the arrow, there we go. That looks good. Maybe even her purse. There we go. Because these people are already not dragging that much attention. If you put the arrow there, it just blocks out this and the full focus is on the arrow. So if the arrow, the circle, the border. With the Facebook, you don't have to edit that much. Just put in the image, make sure it's little clear, it's not pixelated. Never use 2 elements at the same time. So never use the border and the circle, or the arrow and the circle, or the arrow and the border. Always only one, as it serves as a pattern interrupt and nothing else. For the Instagram post, make sure you follow the guidelines stated before, and this is how you create beautiful ads.